Greetings! Welcome to what I believe to be episode 4, if I'm wrong, I apologize, of trying to make 4335 work. Now this is a new series and it's going to change in the future. We're going to try different formations, but if you're new to this, essentially we played episode 1 with the 4335, no custom tactics, no instructions, and based off the results of that episode, we tinkered with certain things into episode 2, so on and so forth, and we keep doing that every episode and in search of the perfect custom tactic for this formation. As usual, this is the same team that we've been rocking with, and we will keep on rocking until we're done with the 4335. Now it's still early days, we haven't touched depth, width, balanced, all those mentalities. We're just doing instructions first. We want to get the perfect instructions first, and as you know, we track the score, shots, opponent formation, opponent skill rating, my own skill rating, contributions, blah blah blah. But we have more statistics that we added, and we're gonna reveal them later. But first, what changes did we make based on the last episode? Now we're still looking for better offensive contributions. So what did we change? We had a good success by putting cutting inside on both of the wingers, but this episode, as usual, the keeper is untouched, center backs untouched. We remain with balanced fullbacks. Now here we added cover center on the CDM, who already had stay back while attacking. That's the only change we have in the midfield, as our right center mid is still on get forward and still on free roam, everything else untouched, and our left center mid is still completely balanced. However, I am considering testing stay back while attacking on him and or stay on the edge of the box for crosses on him. We'll see. The center forward remains on the false 9 instruction. It was such a pleasure to see how well it worked last episode. Now here's the thing that we tried for episode number 4, that is this episode, which we discussed last time, and that is free roam on both of them. They were both on cutting inside and they were working, but it's like, you know what, we've tried them all, we gotta try free roam, right? Stay wide, we're definitely not even gonna bother with it, but we tried cutting inside, and this was all about the free roam, and let me tell you, we had some pleasant surprises. And now to look over the stats, as you guys can enjoy some of the goals. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I was worried at first because I went and had an 11-5 win. Yeah, 11 goals, and then a 9-0 win, and I was like, okay, what is going on? These are anomalies that are gonna ruin the episode. But we'll see, because we played as usual 7 games and we won 7, drew none, lost none. The first time we go 7-0-0 in the episode. Not the first time we go undefeated, but definitely the perfect episode in terms of just winning. But you guys know that we're not here for that. We're here for the shots, the goals, all that good stuff. Now, in terms of goals scored, we buried a grand total of 37 goals this episode, which is an increase of 5 compared to last episode, which means we were doing we had an average of 5.2 per game, which is 0.7 per game more than last episode. But obviously, we also had one rage quit, and so thanks to one of the comments, I forgot who it was exactly, but shout out to you. He suggested just do and calculate goals per minute, so that rage quits is it's irrelevant, right? You just add up all the minutes played. If a game goes to completion, you count it as 90 minutes. Obviously, I have it written down that my last 2 games were 2 rage quits. One was in the 60th and one was in the 25th, so that's 85 minutes played in 2 games. And so we just added 85 minutes for the last 2 games, as opposed to counting them as 90-minute games, because that's when the games ended. And so we have a new stat, the per minute. So goals scored per minute would be 0.069. Obviously, it's a really small number, but it allows us to sort of work around our issues that we had with rage quits. Do we extrapolate the numbers, this and that? And we went back and also calculated for the previous episode to have a comparison. And obviously, in terms of per minute, goals per minute, that was an increase of 0.015. We are rounding to the 3rd decimal number. Look at that. Math class is becoming useful in the real world again. Wow. 3rd grade stallion would be absolutely delighted. Now, in terms of goals conceded, we conceded 11 goals this episode, so a lot better. Was it down to me just simply putting cover center on Alan? I doubt it. Like I said last episode, I was playing poorly, but good to see a trend downwards here. That's 7 less than last episode, meaning we conceded 1.5 per game, which obviously could have been a lot less had we not had such a weird first game, finishing 11-5. So obviously that would be 0.8 per game less than the previous episode. And now per minute, we were conceding 0.021 per minute. That's a decrease from 0.006, or a decrease of 0.006. Sorry if these numbers are confusing you, but all you need to know is that this went down, which is good news. Now, in terms of shot taken, which is, as you guys know, one of my most important stats, because if I'm taking a shot, I'm one that really takes good looks, right? I'm not really trying to spam the shot button. So if I can get more shots in general, that means that I'm creating a lot more chances. And we took 67 shots. That's 11 more than that last episode, which is really good. But as usual, we have to look at the per minute stats, right? Because it could be more shots, but it could be because we played more minutes. So it's actually not more shots per minute, but obviously that's 9.5 shots per game, which is 1.5 shots per game more than last episode. Moment of truth per minute, it's 0.125 shots per minute, which is an increase of 0.029 compared to last episode. So happy days on all fronts. It's looking good. It's looking hot. Now moving to shots conceded 28 shots, which is a whopping 17 less than last episode, meaning we were conceding 4 shots per game, which was really good. That's a decrease in 2.4 per game compared to last episode. Per minute, that means we were conceding 0.052, which is less, or 0.025 less than last episode. Now, obviously, last episode, we played a total of 535 minutes across 7 matches. Sorry, this was this episode, which, you know, is different to last episode. Last episode we played, I believe, 584 minutes. So that goes to show you how early the rage quits came in this episode. And it's important to keep track of this because sometimes, you know, it might look like you scored less, but if you had more rage quits and you played less, overall per minute, it might end up, you know, being more efficient. But now onto the goal contributions, which is by far my favorite part. Here as well, we decided to do the whole per minute thing because, you know, just to be consistent, just more numbers for me to crunch. Now, the center forward, aka Baggio, the MVP, had 25 goal contributions. So that includes assists and goals combined. That's 6 more than last time. Now, that means that 0.047 goal contributions per minute for him today, and that's an increase of 0.014. So happy days all across. Now the left winger had 7 goal contributions, which is actually 2 less compared to last time. Even if we look at per minute, that's 0.013 goal contributions per minute, and that's a decrease of 0.002 per minute. So really small, I think. I don't know, these numbers are starting to confuse the hell out of me, but I think, yeah, relatively small difference overall. If there's more goals in total, it's fine. This could have been just random variance in distribution of goals. The right winger with 12 goal contributions, that's again 2 less like the other winger compared to last episode. And per minute, that's 0.002, which is also 0.002 less than the other episode. In terms of the left center mid, a position that, you know, is kind of confusing to us. He's our more defensive midfielder. Do we put him staying back? Do we not? He had 7 goal contributions, which is 1 less than the previous episode. In terms of per minute, 0.013 goal contributions per minute, which is less than at last episode, precisely 0.009 less than last episode. You know, these are marginal differences because in total, you know, we've had more shots, more goals, so we're quite, you know, content. I'd be curious to see the left center mid's actions if I told him to stay back, or at the very least stay on the edge of the box for the crosses. Now, in terms of our right center mid, 15 goals this episode, so even 1 more than the previous one. So, you know, free roam, get forward, working really, really good. That's 0.028 goal contributions per minute. And that's an increase of 0.004 since the previous episode. So it's nice to see that despite the difference in minutes played between last and this episode, more efficiency. The CDM with 2 goal contributions, 1 more than last episode. That's 0.04 per minute, an increase of 0.002. I've never said 0 this many times. Oh my days. Now the left back had 2 goal contributions, although I'm not gonna lie, I took a penalty with him by accident at one point. So hashtag fake news, but that's 0.004 goal contributions per minute, which is an increase of 0.004 because last episode, he had 0, so it is what it is. Now the right back had 1 goal contribution, same as last time. That's 0.002 per minute, which obviously nets us a difference of 0 because that's exactly what happened last time, more or less. To the 3rd decimal point at least, it was pretty much identical. So where does that leave us now? Well, it leaves us in a pretty exciting place. I think we are edging closer and closer to being like, you know what, this is it. These are the tactics we want, and we get to experience soon. I don't think about next episode. I think we're gonna have one more episode where we change instructions, and then the one after that is when we're finally gonna be starting to be like, all right, with this set of instruction, what happens when we play the possession attacking preset, or what happens when we play with the long ball or fast build-up, and then, you know, play with depth, width, all that good stuff. So that's gonna be a fun time. I think the order I'm gonna do it is that once the instructions are done, we're gonna look at different combinations of mentalities. Once we have the 2 mentalities, both defensive and offensive, that yield us the best results, that's when we're gonna be looking at width, depth, players in the box, and all that good stuff. So anyways, we're gonna have to grind our way to perfection. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.